a lovely view we find ourselves with. Lothric above. Who knows what that is? I believe we are up here near the Old Wolf of Farron, in the Farron Keep area. There he is. She? Who knows? Last evening I was able to grind up just a little more in my quest for dexterity, and as it happens, the gentleman I was grinding with, he grew, the goatman, down below here, and I ended up with quite a few of these wolf's blood sword grass, I believe they're called. Let's double check. Yes. Ended up with 20 of them, which I believe is like the, hold on, I'm hearing myself through my laptop. Mute! There we are. I believe this is the Covenant, the Watchdogs of Farron Covenant item you get for, like, fighting off an invader or something like that, a human invader. But very, very rarely the goatmen can drop it. And I ended up getting enough that I think we may be able to get not one, not two, but perhaps 3 items for free-ish here. So I'm going to go ahead and join the Covenant at this point. And we will likely betray them later. My apologies. And I'm going to give 10 of these to start with. The Old Wolf Curved Sword. Perfect. We gained 1 rank. Let's take a look at that real quick. What do we have here? Ah, yes. So it boosts attack and restores health with each consecutive hit. So that's similar to that ring I was telling you about previously, that the longer you are attacking, the more hits you can make, the more damage you will actually do. And funnily enough, this curved sword, it actually works. It gives you that bonus. Say, for these twin blades, if you just put it in your shield slot, that's fair. And then if you have it, there we go, on your back. So I'm dual wielding these blades, but the curved sword is actively equipped. So the longer I'm attacking, the more damage I will do. It has the downside of aesthetically putting a giant barbed sword on your back for the rest of the game. So we may only use it at certain times when we're, you know, very in danger. But that is a very, very good thing to have. So let's try the other half of the sword grass now. Good morning. So nice to see you all there. I am hanging in there so far today, and I hope the same for you. Covenant allegiance deepened, but I guess we did not get any other items? Appears to be the case. I may have miscounted. I couldn't recall from the long, long ago if it was 20 or 30 of those. I suppose I should have looked it up. Let's do this now. Just out of curiosity. For what else is in the rotation there? Anytime now. I guess I'm looking at the wrong page. I'm looking at the Swordgrass page itself, when I should be looking at the Covenant page. Yes, it is 30, so I'll need 10 more Swordgrass in order to get something else there. That's just fine. We're well on our way. Over halfway there. And we do have the curved sword, which is the important thing. It's just like another ring and maybe a shield to get later. Okay, so let me check souls. We have 25,000. That's a bit much. Let me race back to Firelink briefly, see if we can get rid of it. And leave ourselves, disposable. I'm going to take a guess here. It is Wednesday at this point. I'm going to guess that it's Wednesday. Halfway through a post-holiday week, I very much hope you're all hanging in there. So let's see if I can afford a level first.
Very well, then touch Haken up.
Just barely can. Lovely. I'm going strength.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Alright. And then let's run right back where we were. Now that we have nothing to lose. And we'll equip this curved sword just for testing purposes. And take a look at this demon above on the elevator. See if we can maybe just get a hit in on him and see where his health is at. If I'm taking anything off of him at all, or if I must still come back later. This is my quest. Yes, that is the first time in 3 guesses of what day it is that I have gotten it correct. Whew. Honing in on it. We're getting there. Alright, curved on the back. Let's try this out. What I don't want him to be able to do, it's fine if he's gonna swing that stick around at me. What I don't want him to be able to do is like flame swathe me from 100 feet away. You never can be quite sure with demons what their skill set includes. Hey, buddy. Lovely. Thanks, curved sword. Alright, there's one loose end tied up. And it looks like it's going to be a dead end here, progress-wise. It's likely fine. That stray demon soul, I believe, can make 2 different boss weapons with Ludlith's transposition kiln there. So we'll check that out later. I definitely don't think that dragon ever wakes up, so I don't think there's any reason to go back to that side. I could be wrong. I'm just going to move along for now. Enthused by victory over the stray demon. It's one of the very, very few demons, I think, that are left in Dark Souls 3. Demons, if you'll remember, are like a product of the accident in Izalith that created the bed of chaos. Chaos was released, and demons are a product of chaos. And so at this point in the cycle, I think there's only a couple of them left. Because it's been so long since Izalith now. Alright, no real need for me to wade through the swamp when I'm this close to a bonfire that could skirt it. How many souls did I get from that stray demon? Not too many. 6,000. Let's see here. I'm still putting off the Abyss. The Watchers of the Abyss battle. So let's go back to the Cathedral. I know we have many, many areas there still to explore. Okay. Have to remember which was our most recent unlock. I'm pretty sure we came in the side door first, so let's try this way. And then that too was a side path to where we were, though I should likely remember where that leads to. And I don't. Let's go back up this way for now. I think this will lead us into the first floor proper. Yes. Oh yes, we have our giant friends. There is a staircase behind him. I wonder if that's the only way to get up onto that dais. It definitely looks like a track up the wall there, that this is going to rise and create a bridge between those 2 points. And perhaps those 2 points. I don't know how to pull that off. So if this is indeed a staircase, we have a lot of leeches, we have a lot of giant, and what else is waiting for me? That is slow. Interesting. It's not one for chasing. Oh, we got that classic thing going on. I think I may have accidentally overridden my torch. Going to want that back. And I should also, while I'm here, throw in a pyromancy flame. Here are all my Gru shields from grinding, if you were curious. Okay. Now I've overridden the other one. Here we go. Now I am heavily laden in all ways. Okay. Please don't poke me with that. I'm actually a little bit curious how much damage this would do against a giant, but I don't want to fight either of them in here. This is so slow. Ah, yes, I have forgotten to re-equip my big hat. There is no reason not to. Though now it is clipping through my, my shaft? I'm not sure what to call that. Hilt? It's clipping through my hilt. Alright. Excuse me. Sorry about this. Sorry to interrupt your day. And what is that? What's that thing? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need to take some of this off. I'm now at laden rolls, which is not helping me. That should be fine. It was even slower than you could possibly imagine. So that guy is concerning me. Mr. Greatsword. I have to imagine somewhere on this dais there is a shortcut that does not involve that giant. And if I can just get past all these guys, I may be able to find it. there's even more in the stands. There's a huge guy there and another huge guy just resting. Just taking it easy. I want to try to get across here first. Just out of curiosity. There are no real good choices. Here we go. Going up. Oh, this doesn't look good. But this does. Oh, if that's the main door, I'll be so happy. Yes. Oh, that's fantastic. This is back near where the crossbow guy is, etc., etc., so I think we can come right up that elevator into that cathedral there, or mausoleum, or whatever it is. We could also... I guess the elevator by the crossbowman would work, too, just as easily. I think we have 2 easy ways to get in there now. That is fantastic, I will take it, and moving on. So this is where, eventually, there will be a bridge, I must imagine. So many boot steps out that way. Okay. So I guess we're still looking for a lever or something first. And then this may become a path of progress. But for now, it's just an end that's dead. However, I do believe we have a good shortcut now. Let's go back down, see what else we can find. Rude. But please, leave your friends. I implore you. Seduced by the big hat down this hallway. It's time. Hey, you there. Okay, so we still have at least 2 big guys. There's 2 more Deacons there at the altar. Let's try to slip in here. Whew. And nothing. Never mind the whew. I thought I may have gotten away with something there, but I've gotten away with, fooling myself, is all. So this guy is just going to be a problem, no matter how we slice him. I would have thought that would have done it. Would have caught his attention slightly. Just making sure there's nothing that's going to come from behind there. Yikes. could not get far enough away to sip. But I'm wondering if that guy's going to come back. The guy who was seated may not respawn, but let's test. Hello and welcome, and thank you very much for watching the live show there. It was very kind of you. Glad you enjoyed it. So this time let's try going up this elevator. I'm not exactly sure. On the way back here, let's refresh. There's the crossbowman. There's this guy. There's going to be one coming up on the right. And then there's one sleeping over by the stairs. No, don't do that. And then we go right back through the door. Hooray. Alright, not that way. Call the elevator. Let's see if they were at all kind to us. If they've shown any pity. They lack pity. He has respawned. Okay. Fair enough. Guess I'll go look for my pile first. Oh, it looks like it's right there next to him. Not the best of positions. That's not going to help. Alright, a fog wall. Interesting. He has the high ground. Not looking good for me. No goodie bag. Ugh. Rude. Alright, so there's one more potential path here. But it just drops down. Good. All the potential of it squandered. I suppose we should try to clear these guys out now that their guardian is no longer in play. And yeah, sort of similar to the other statue. At the entrance, it looks like they've kind of covered, they've shrouded every statue of the original goddess. Apart from these ones that are like corrupted with something coming out the back? I'm not sure what that means exactly. This whole cathedral has the air of corruption, of being stolen from another god, effectively. Another quick path out here. That's good to know. And otherwise, it's just the fog wall. Well, I do have 9,000 in my pocket. Though, at this point in the game, that's really not much. I'm sad to say. I'm wondering if I should ember myself, if this is maybe an important battle. that has an NPC summon for some reason. But I'm very, very unclear in this one. I'm fairly clear in Dark Souls 2 who needs to go where. I have no idea in this one. Let's try it just to make sure. It's been a while since I've been embered. And I'm feeling overconfident. Henri. Horace. Good. Good friends all around. Oh, let's see what else we find down there in a moment. Quick check around here. Looking for things. But finding no things. Alright. Moving on. Let's get Horace. Anytime now, Horace. There you go. Let's get Henri. Maybe that was just a player sign that disappeared the moment I arrived. Okay, going through. A whole bunch of deacons. Okay. And they can explode. Exploding deacons. Good to know. I should really just not be locked on to anyone at this point. It's clearly a mistake. This is such a cool boss. Just a whole group of guys. So I'm guessing one of them is actually the lead deacon who will take the boss bar damage somehow. Is one of them like wearing something special? I can't tell. Alright, time to sip. I must be missing something. Yikes. Somebody took damage. Where was that? Ah, okay, so it must be whatever that red soul is bouncing between. Where did it go now? There it is. So we're looking for this guy. Finally catching on. Where is he? Where are you hiding? There we go. Yeah. Ah, he escaped. Okay, something new is happening now. A contingent 2. That was bad. Oh, Horus has died? No. Oh, that looks big. That looks like a big ball of bad. Alright. Everybody hit the floor. Down on the floor and spread them. Just your hands. Nothing weird. Okay, so we got a small doll. Classic. What does this do? Yeah, that is a weird looking soul. Very, very corrupted. Is the doll not in my inventory? Strange. Go ahead and get our Estes back. Ah, there we go. Thank you. Key item. A small doll depicting a young squire. Interesting. Irithil. In the Boreal Valley. Pontiff Sullivan. Okay, so it allows you to cross a barrier in what I'm assuming is a city in the Boreal Valley. And what's this? Archdeacon set. Fancy. And boo. Boo to you for corrupting that Braille tome with such dark stories, you sick pervert. You scared poor Irina half to death when she felt them. And I will never forgive you. So maybe this is just a warp out situation. Reached the end of the line. Sort of thing. I suppose it must be. That being the case, let's play dress up. For just a moment. Oh, yes. Finally, I'm getting the clout that I deserve around here. Fantastic. And a little hat in case you get sick. That's great. Just in case you get sick. Oh, it's hollow. Never mind. It's not very good for getting sick in that case. Though you could give someone the illusion that you're vomiting into a hat. If that's something you wanted to do, if you wanted to trick someone into believing that you had indeed vomited into a hat. I don't know why you would do that. I don't know where I'm going with this at all. Okay. I want to check if that perhaps causes Henri to visit Firelink here. Since he helped me with the battle, maybe he has something to say. Or maybe he's in a new area further along that I have not accessed yet. Mm-hmm. Thought I might find you here. Oh, Horace, I'm so glad to see you alive. I'm sorry you died during that. Hug me? As friends? No? Okay. That's fair.
Oh, and we meet again. We spoke before on the Road of Sacrifices. Anri of Astora. I'm well pleased to see you safe. We reached the Cathedral of the Deep, but Aldrich's coffin was empty. The man-eater must have left for his true home. The little doll in the empty coffin told me. Aldrich is said to hail from Irithil in the Boreal Valley, an ancient fabled city. A pilgrim told me that the city lies beyond Farron Keep.
Aha.
And
Perfect.
so becomes our destination.
So we needed to go there first to get the key item before we could go past the watchdogs. Regardless, that ended up working out.
Aldrich's honest home is Irithil in the Boreal Valley, an ancient fabled city. A pilgrim told me that the city lies beyond Farron Keep, and so becomes our destination.
And I will see you there. Alright, so they're on the path. Glad we got them summoned for that battle, just in case. I'm gonna take a quick peek up here. I know we're still missing at least one merchant. Likely more than one. Aha, and we have a redemption. A redemption of Scottish. Andre, can you tell me if I have any upgrades?
Well,
Are there any upgrades in the
it's
offing?
good to see ye in good health. What needs
Oh,
smithing?
that wasn't Scottish. I'm going to need to work at it. And slowly immerse myself. I still have
Be
no
careful.
large Titanite shards. That bums me out.
Tis good
I thought
to
I
what
might have
needs.
picked up one extra Estus, but maybe I'm imagining it.
Be careful. I don't want
And
to
so I am. Alright, Andre, thank you for your help. I appreciate you.
Ah, how may I?
Let's sell some of those shields. How about selling some of those shields, huh? For the poor and the needy. Should lighten my pants somewhat. Only slightly. Alright,
Ashen one.
get rid of a couple duplicates. So I have 21,000. Regrettably, that is still not enough for a level. I should probably grab just a few more souls and then return for a level up. And at this point, we're looking down the barrel of the Abyss Watchers in Farron Keep. I'm wondering if now Henri and Horace may be summonable for that battle, though. That would be nice. And yeah, I have no other options, really. There is one thing you can do. Let me, race back here, just for a moment. There's one thing you should know about, if you haven't played Dark Souls 3 before. We're chasing down these Lord Souls. The Aldrich and the Abyss Watchers and the Deacons of the Deep, etc. When you get 3 of them, if you've beaten 3 and you have 3 Lord Souls in your inventory, you get this basin of vows or something. Or I think what it does is it kicks off a cutscene where the lady who's hiding in this church up here, like, dies of natural causes. you've actually defeated the lords, and she's like, I never thought I'd live to see the day, and then passes away peacefully. Or something like that. However, you can actually kill her. Is a way to shortcut the scenario. I don't plan to do this, but I'm just going to show you very briefly. And also, it would be a good opportunity to kill this Blue Knight, if we can pull it off. That's a big if. Sturdy. Sturdy defense you've got there. Alright, let's try this guy. Let's not give him any time to think about it. He had time to think about it. Okay. And he had time for blessings. Good. I'm so happy. Alright. Classic beheaded knights. Alright, so this is the lady I was speaking of. She's the one who gave us the high wall banner back there to get us from the high wall of Lothric down to the undead settlement with our dear gargoyle friends. So I do believe if you beat 3 of the Lord's souls, she will die and leave an item in her place. And you can also just slash her and take said item, and when you put the item here behind her on this pedestal, the ladder comes down and allows access further in. So you can actually get, that's not really supposed to happen until like halfway, maybe, 2/3 of the way through the game, after you've defeated 3 of the top bosses. But you can actually just kill her, and then this boss battle happens immediately. Something, once you place that basin and the way is clear, something will spawn in here. Just so you know. So I don't want to do that early. I think we'll probably follow the normal path and try not to be murderers. But it is very good to know that you have that option. Because one of the best grinding spots in the game is in Lothric Castle, just beyond that room there. And I miss it. Oh, do I miss it? Something else to note, too, before you progress too far. Like I said, our next boss battle will be at the end of this Farron Keep perimeter path, the Abyss Watchers. There's that whole situation with Yol of Londor, that he allows you to become hollow and it gives you free levels. So you can become stronger but get ugly, effectively. And it takes a long, long time to, pay that back. You can eventually pay your way out of being hollow, heal your dark sigils, etc., etc. There's a whole ending for the Lord of Hollows that relies on you doing all of that, and it takes quite a while. It's not something I'm necessarily going to go for this time. But if you are planning to go for it, if you want to become the Lord of Hollows and get what is, I believe, the hardest to get secret ending, you should talk to this guy and get your free levels, and then die a lot. Say, jump off a cliff a bunch of times. That'll get you more and more hollow. There's a certain amount of deaths you need to get up to, it's 2, and then 4, and then 15, and then 25, or something weird like that. And there's 5 total levels. You can ask this guy for a free level 5 times as you get more and more hollow. And then once you're at your hollowest, effectively he dies and is replaced with another secret NPC. And you have to do that before you beat the Abyss Watchers. So you can't go to this Farron Keep perimeter bonfire and beat the fog wall bosses at the end of it. I'm a little early. This Farron Keep perimeter. You can't come here and beat this boss before you've done all 5 of those levels if you're interested. Just to mention it. Once again, just tying up loose ends, but likely not something we'll try for this time out. I think I'm just going to go for the classic Dark Lord ending. So that being the case, I think we're clear to proceed. We could actually try the Abyss Watchers next. However, I'm curious to jump back to this painted world and see if my weapons have caught up any. It was a little bit hard to survive here previously. Let's see if that's changed. Because I would love to get one more bonfire into the painted world. Okay, so we'll still try to take this fairly sequentially, not get them all on us at once. But we should be able to have a little more freedom to attack now. Not what it could be, but manageable. Four hits is a bit of a shame. For any situation. Yes, if my character went hollow, you would have to call me Shrivel Pea. That's how it works. So far, so good. Haven't been swarmed yet. The old javelin in the thigh technique. It's a classic. What a good shield you have. Jeez. He is incredibly well defended with that thing. Literally just throwing javelins into a cave. In a straight line now. Okay. Any one guy can sure turn the tide. We're getting up there, souls-wise. Up there to where I may be able to afford another level. And it would be unwise to continue. That's the level I'm at. Okay, I'll take the hint. These guys are definitely a little bit more manageable. We can likely press on further into the painted world there. But let's do so without anything to lose. Not sure if this will be quite enough.
Very well, then take not.
Hooray, it is. Alright.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flames.
So to explain it just a touch further regarding this Yol of Londor guy in the Hollowing, every time he gives you a level up to 5, you get what's called a Dark Sigil. It's actually an item that you hold in your inventory, and it denotes when you die how much you are hollowed. So if you're holding 1 Dark Sigil and you die, you get hollowed by 1. If you're holding 2 Dark Sigils and you die, you get hollowed by 2, and then it increases exponentially from there. So if you're holding all 5 of his Dark Sigils, you're gaining like 15 hollowing every time you die, and you need to get up to a certain amount of hollowing in order to, I think how it works is that Henri of Astora, the guy who adventures with Horus, who we just summoned for that Deacons of the Deep battle, I think he has 2 more Dark Sigils, but you need to perform like a ritual with him. It's called a wedding, but you just kill him, and you take his Dark Sigils onto your own. And at that point you have 7 Dark Sigils, and I think that's the whole key. You need the 5 from Yol, and you need 2 from Henri. And then when you have 7 Dark Sigils nearing the end, a new ending option is unlocked. So there is one more piece of it with those Dark Sigils that I just completely neglected to mention, and I wanted to rectify that.
Ah, how...
Moving on now. I still don't think I've gotten her any new ashes in ages. It's been
One.
ages since ashes. I need to find a new one. Some way, somehow. Okay, so I don't really want to go into any further into the painted world right now, and I don't want to fight the Abyss Watchers. Let's jump back here, because I know there's several more areas I have not yet explored here. I know there's another bonfire somewhere in the cathedral as well. Oh, let me take care of that in the chat. One moment. All right. I'm not sure if this is a wise bonfire to start at, but let's check it. What I want to be able to do is find the lever that, man, that guy comes back every time. What a shame. I'd like to be able to find the lever that raises those 2 walls so we can access the top. But maybe I have to go back all the way out to where you can access, like, the rafters. There's that secret side entrance. In order to pull that off, I'm not sure. There must be a better way to drop down here. Perhaps straight off the middle, so I don't need to be slowed down in Giant Town. This may be unwise for my poor soft ankle meats. Oh good. Not terribly. So I'm just looking for any... Aha! Here we go. I was going to say, anything that looks like a lever. Well, this sure looks like a lever. Fancy. Okay. I really, really wish I had pulled that up before I had dropped down here, because now the only way back up is either a homeward bone or back behind the giant. But that is fantastic. There's one, and that should allow me progress over to the other side. That's where that big spider wolf thing is, isn't it? I don't want to go back in there. Not yet, but thank you. Okay, that's enough exploring. Let's just try to get back here. I'm going to attempt to save my homeward bones and skirt this guy again. Though I am embered, which is, more to lose. Oh, I'm sure I can waste a homeward bone. Why make this complicated? I have 16. Let's go for it. Last rested at, yes please. The only way back up is to watch Homeward Bound with me. No. No. I don't know why I have such a strong reaction against that movie. I think it ended happily. What I'm thinking of is likely Milo and Otis. That's gonna be a no from me. Never again. But I'm probably reacting wrongly to Homeward Bound. They all got home at the end of that. And there was love and kisses and slow-mo across the field, hugging. Yeah. That one's fine. I will watch Homeward Bound with you. I just confused myself for a second there. So let's try skirting up this elevator and see if that gets us anywhere. Now that we have a raised thingy. I should clarify. Not perhaps as raised, as one might think. For some reason I thought that was going to be more helpful. But that's not helpful at all, really. Okay, sure. So about that homeward bone. Yikes. Alright, but apparently, yeah, that's not going to actually help us. It's just decorative. It's just a hint, maybe, as to how the whole thing works. So there must be more levers I am missing. Seems like every time I say the word lever, one appears. So that's working out well. Lever, 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 lever. Lever, lever, lever? Leverage. Lever, leave. Nope, it's just the one, I guess. should probably... just now realizing... I should take more than one sip. Donk. That was my pride. That's what he just pummeled into submission. That was my pride. Okay. It was not a good fight. No one's gonna be singing ballads and songs about that one. And then he went donk and missed. Swing, swing, our hero did, but met with nothing but air. Okay, I think that's the... yeah, that's probably fine. You get it all out of your system. Jeez. Hi. I like your chains. There's all sorts of items hidden amongst the giants. And I feel like we need to check over there too, because this one is not accessible from the only upper platform we can get to. So we still basically have to raise that one before we can climb back up, is what I'm thinking. It's the only one that will allow us progress. The rest are later in the line. Hello. All right. Let's check down here. I am running a bit low on time. It's almost time for me to go lash myself to the desk. We've definitely looked in there, but I can't be positive there's not a lever in the spider wolf room that we just didn't have time to grab. Excuse me, just trying to peek around you. No big deal. I don't think there's a lever in there. I'm really not sure. This one just leads back down to, I think, the shortcut. Yes. So I may as well, while I'm down here, run back to a bonfire to quit out for now. We are still trying to find the last lever to raise that last wall there. We'll have to keep looking. And if I need to jump back up to the rafters, etc., we certainly can. Alright, so I don't have much in the way of souls. We are well equipped, well on our way. And I'm excited. I can't wait to come back next time. Until then, I hope you will be well. Take care of yourself and each other, to the greatest extent you're able, without overdoing it, and I will see you next time. Thank you very, very much for your patience.